Hey everyone, welcome to another Anime Kingdom discussion and review. This one is on episode 6 of God Eater, and finally, after waiting, last week didn't come out because there was a delay, and then finally it's here. There's too many delays for this. We've already had 2 delays. I just oh my gosh, not last week obviously, but the week before that when, I saw that episode, I was like, dang, that was insane, that cliffhanger. And to find out that, of course, it was delayed, I was like, no. But finally, the episode is out. Hopefully no more delays will happen, because seriously, it just sucks, period. That's all I gotta say. But, this episode, it was just it made you feel like despair throughout the episode, like the suspense build up throughout this thing, just the overwhelming feeling of despair pushing you down throughout the episode. It just, wow. Even the song, the music, I keep saying, the music is such a big thing, and they had music in this action part, they had music in that part when it showed hope in the the Aegis project they're making. And this one, it felt like there was no way they could find her her god arc. But I'm getting ahead of myself. The episode, honestly, it starts off with them being, I guess they got pushed away, but from the river current, I guess, away from that dark Vashna or whatever it's called, I forget, that Aragami, the dark one, and they managed to both be okay, even though he got his gut cut open, he got stabbed in the back. I said, this guy's main character is not like that normal main character who's just a badass, super strong and everything, but he can take a beating. He should be paralyzed because of that. It stabbed him in the spine. His guts, he got cut open over here in his stomach area, and he should have bled out. He went unconscious, fell down how far in the river? I don't even know how he's still alive. It has to do something with the stuff that makes them who they are, obviously, and that they can use the god arcs, obviously, because I think she said something about that later on, Elisa. And this part, it really showed a new side of Elisa. That's another thing. Elisa always seems like this, she's badass, she doesn't need anyone else, she doesn't need anyone else, she's that good, she'll do everything on her own. This episode showed a different side of her. Obviously, she didn't have any medicine, she had one left, she took it. But after that, of course, after saving, helping Lenka and everything, she started having these panic attacks, these anxiety attacks. Remembering, we saw some flashback, and I love this. I always love when they show these kind of flashback stuff for, characters to really delve into, who they are and their personality and all that kind of stuff. What happened to them, because we don't know anything about Elisa too much so far before this episode, and finally we do. And wow, I can see why in this episode she acts the way she does. I'm guessing that medicine calms her down, keeps her level-headed and stuff. But of course she had none of that, so she was just going crazy. Man, what happened to her with her mom and dad, and they're playing hide and seek and everything. All of a sudden, that's why she wants to kill that, Black Vashra, is because that thing killed her family. And it looked like it looked at her, and all of a sudden she always gets at that moment, but it looked like it saw her. Now it's just playing with her. We even saw it also in the last time, it was smiling at Lenka. It has it's got a higher intelligence, and it's just toying with her, toying with Lenka. That's scary. Sure, the other Aragamis are scary because they're just mindless beasts going to kill you, but this one has a mind of its own, an intelligence, and it is just playing with them, torturing people. It is horrible, man. That is scary. I can see why she wants to kill it. Obviously, called it Pina, I think she called it, because obviously it killed her mom and dad, and now we know why. Because last episode, I was why is she so hell bent on killing this thing and all this stuff? Now we know. Plus, we saw a different side of her, Lenka having to kind of comfort her and kind of protect her, even giving her his jacket and everything. I thought that was kind of cute and everything. Some connection, they're connecting a little bit with their relationship and everything. But yeah, the music when they're trying to look for her god arc, and it's just like so depressing. Like, oh my gosh, they're never gonna find it. It's just they find more and more corpses of people dying and everything. Of course, Lenka wants to protect people. That's the reason why he became who he is, why he's using his god arc, why he's fighting. And just to see all these people dying, he can't do anything because obviously we do find out his god arc is dead. Yeah. And whenever, we found out because Elisa touches it, and if you touch someone else's god arc, it goes crazy and everything. But since she did and it didn't do anything, yeah, it's dead. So it's pretty much useless chunk of metal, and I'm surprised he, carried it throughout that whole time. But I guess it's still kind of a weapon, right? But I think it's gotta be heavy. But yeah, so they do end up finding her god arc, but get surrounded by a bunch of these Autogamis, and she just breaks down, "Mommy, Daddy, I'm sorry." And I'm just like, oh my gosh, what is gonna happen? They can't die, right? And Lenka goes down to protect her with his broken god arc, just whacking them, missing them. Obviously, he's still really hurt. I'm surprised he can even stand, even with patched up and everything. Those wounds are probably reopening because of everything that's going on. I don't know. He fell from a building again after. Seriously, I don't know how he's still standing. But yeah, Alicia is just out of there. She is not there in the moment. He needs to protect her, but he can't. He drops his weapon and just says, it's pretty much like it's over, and just tries to block her until finally, of course, Lindo does come to the rescue and save them. And he tells, why did you become who you are? I thought you were stop praying to God and everything, pick up your god arc. So, I guess there's something with the god arc. Maybe it'll work again later. Who knows? I'm not too sure how those things even work, because they're living organism kind of weapons kind of thing. And his is dead. So I don't know what's going to happen there. But yeah, of course, I knew it was going to be Lindo. That's the only person I could think that would come to save them, because everyone else couldn't be called back and everything. And I guess, who else would they call? They're not going to bring someone else in here. So of course they end up bringing the badass Lindo to the rescue, I honestly, I thought he was going to pick up, Elisa's weapon, and it would go berserk, but he would somehow manage to control it and win. But of course that didn't end up happening. Obviously, it still wanted to make us kind of show he's still weak in a way. He's still, he can't do anything. And it really showed in this episode the despair between those two. They're the hope of the future, really, because they're these new types, and you see what's happening with them. It's pretty crazy, pretty deep, this episode. I love the part when the raindrops are coming down and it slows down and everything. I love that part. I was like, oh dang, But yeah, overall the ending of this episode was pretty much with Johannes and them finding out the things are starting to get worse and everything, and then finding out it was pretty much him. He falsified the documents, and then Alicia, I think her name is, says it's not your fault and everything. So it leads to more. I'm pretty sure that it is Johannes' fault that all of this has happened, and he's trying to make it better, I guess. I don't know, but probably learn more about that later on. But yeah, overall, it was a good episode. I've been saying, it gets better and better, even with these delays and everything. We get one episode, great action, the music complements it. We get another episode, hope is rising, this new thing that can save everyone, music to complement that. And then this kind of episode where just despair and sadness, there's no way they can survive, there's no way they can do this, and the music also complementing. They really know how to get the music to complement the atmosphere. I love the atmosphere of this anime. Honestly, it's awesome. And this is a really long discussion review, but I've been waiting for this episode for so long, and it was honestly so good. Really just love the series so far. Really hope they don't have any more delays. Let's hope, guys. Let's seriously hope there is no more delays, and we can just keep watching this wonderful anime, because honestly I love it so far. I don't know if that's how you feel, but yeah, if you feel differently or something or anything else, if you have any questions, feel free to comment below. If there's anything I missed and you want to talk about, comment below, or just anything, your different opinion, comment below and we can talk about it, guys. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this Anime Kingdom discussion review. Can't wait for next week's episode. Please no delays. Till next time, guys. See ya.